just
All right,
immediately popped
thumbs
on my
up. Let's do this. Jenkins.
You started.
Dude, your noise gate has to be your #1 enemy.
It's because he has the noise suppression turned on, the Discord thing.
Hold on. God damn it. God damn it.
Hello. Welcome to Shrimp Hours 53? It's the Ben episode?
I'll let you figure that one out.
It is
Hi,
the
how
Ben
we doing?
episode.
Hi, I'm here. I'm
Ben
Drive Through.
episode.
Rusty's here. Cody's here. Slap's here. Ben's here. And Caleb's here. We got a 6-pack coming at you in the middle of the damn summer.
Ben and Caleb just invited themselves on. They were not scheduled.
I was asked to come on.
Yeah, like 5 minutes
Like
ago.
story.
No, I
No.
did ask Caleb to come on.
Okay.
He didn't want what happened last week on the worst one yet.
Yeah. Last week we were gonna have a bunch of dudes show up, and then we had 3. We had to call Rusty out of retirement.
Get him out of cryostasis.
And also, I'm not gonna be here next week, so enjoy whatever the hell that chaos is gonna be.
Oh,
No, it's gonna be the best one.
Yeah, the best one yet.
Yeah. I'm putting Caleb in charge of like uploading it too. So if he fucks it, you know what happened.
Trouble.
But also, sorry for uploading this one on like a Sunday night. These things happen.
So you're gonna have to make the thumbnail too.
Damn, I am gonna have to make the thumbnail.
You are gonna have to
Shit.
make the thumbnail.
Fuck.
Oh, noes.
It's pretty
It's
easy.
so
to-
over.
It's
All
so
I do-
Jover.
I just scroll through the video until something funny happens, take a screenshot, cut the dude out, and throw it in there. And then I
Okay.
put like,
I do have the new border bin. We exchanged goods.
Oh yeah.
well, you got to know the thumbnail rules. Cody on the left, Rusty on the right. Slaps next to Cody. I'm next to Rusty, and then
I'll
whoever
figure
else
it out.
is in the middle.
I'll figure it out.
All right.
have
Do we
to be
want
on
to
the
talk about
right
NASCAR
side.
this week to start the show?
It was okay.
No,
All right.
Nobody watched because it was on Monday. I
Was
watched
Xfinity
'cause-
I
any
wouldn't
good?
have watched if it was
No.
a Sunday.
And it was at New Hampshire, which is just a copycat of the Milwaukee Mile, which doesn't have the history. And
Damn. I did see Xfinity stack the heck up on a restart. All right, no one else saw it.
Yeah,
Damn.
no,
All
I
right,
didn't-
cool.
I don't
It's,
care.
it's New Hampshire, man. What do
I
you
was
want?
working, so I didn't see a bit
All
of
right,
it.
NASCAR sucks. You know what doesn't suck? Core. We had second last round of Core Summer Series, which is kind of sad. It doesn't feel like it's ending, but it is. We raced Iowa. I was horrible, but I had a lot of fun. That's all that matters. My new meta is just absolutely sending it, tearing up my tires, and then just ending in the back. Oh, Caleb, instead of telling us, has written a good point saying that this is actually the 1-year anniversary of Shrimp Hours.
Ooh, it is.
Yeah, I
makes
didn't want.
sense.
I didn't
There's
want to
episode
steal your.
53.
Yeah, I didn't want to steal your thunder. But
Oh yeah.
You're
Yeah,
on this
this is-
podcast.
okay, but you were like midpoint. I didn't want to just interrupt you when nobody was talking about New Hampshire.
The first and last episode of Shrimp Hours was recorded on, I think, this day.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
I
and
think
it got
was
released the
July
20th.
18th. Yeah, and it got released the 20th.
wow.
Wow. This one's getting released on the 19th.
Damn.
Yep.
I'm amazed we made it this far. I'm amazed people are still listening to this, but dude, people have even like transferred over the new YouTube channel. Crazy. I still have to make a video on my channel being like, hey idiots, the podcast isn't here anymore, but
You got a day to do it, dog.
Smash
Dum
that
dum.
like button.
I do have one day to do it. I mean, I guess I can just
subscribe button.
phone video upload it from Iowa if I want. All right. I'm gonna roll into Drip or Drown because I got a few cars to talk
Oh
about.
God.
I got 3 max.
Jesus Christ.
Choose
Drip or
one.
Drown,
I
it's
got one
become
more in me.
it's become less like, is this car a drip or a drown, and more just me being like, here's a paint scheme, and everyone being like, cool.
Yeah. Hey, real fast. I did just want to say we got some middle column representation this week of the shrimp merch, and it's
It's true.
very high quality and great. And if you haven't bought some yet, make sure to do so
It
because it's
makes
fucking
Ben
sick.
look swole.
Mine's on the way.
I
got
should
the
put a
tracking
thing.
numbers and everything.
But yeah, go to shrimphub.cool, buy yourself some merch.
Yeah.
A lot more orders came through this week. I saw a lot more pictures. I saw people sending stuff in my Discord of people getting their shirts and their hoodies and stuff.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
cool. Ben, I think, is one of 2 people that bought the hub shirt. So shout out.
Look, don't lose out. Don't be one of the few 2 people in the whole entire universe that have this shirt.
It's true
Go
because
get
you will not be able to buy it come the end of the month. So yeah, it's a very
You'll regret
exclusive
it,
club.
trust me, if you don't get it.
All right, Dripper Drown, real quick. Kyle Weatherman drove the 4-car, which they just pulled Garrett Smithley's sponsors off of it and kept the same base, which is just kind of sad. Because Garrett runs the like Trophy Tractor 4-car, but Trophy Tractor loves Garrett, and when he's not in the car, they just pull the sticker off of it and put a billion logos on the quarter panel.
That's not where the context are supposed to go, bro.
Why did I put these so far apart?
Yeah, I don't know why
Parker
you did that.
Retzlaff. I hated this
don't do
paint scheme that he's been running all
context anymore, you
season. It
silly
looks like
goose.
poop, and it has a bunch of like shattered glass on the like just this like green and blue nonsense for Funkaway, which I guess is some kind of like air freshener system. Anyway, new car looks much better. There's actual like
Oh, it looks like a
smoke
fart cloud.
and weird kind of paint lines. I don't know if I like all that. But it does say Funkaway for the dankest odors.
Oh, God. Oh, is this one of those things that's supposed to get rid of that weed smell in your car?
Honestly,
Maybe.
just based on the branding, it kind
that
of
might
sounds
be
like
it.
it a little bit.
I guess that's why it's green.
The dank.
Funkaway is an odor eliminator spray.
The green, the smoke clouds, and yeah, the dankest odors. That kind of sounds like it to me.
I think you're actually correct on this. Because I went to their website and it says don't get skunked.
What the fuck?
And it has a skunk with a foam finger and it says to live funk free. Oh, you can specifically
Can we buy merch
Pick-
with that skunk with the foam finger, please?
Alright, let's look
are
at
there shirts
smoke.
available? I want to
I'm
buy a
looking on
hat.
Smoke.
Smoke. I know what that is.
do they have specific like 420
Yeah, there
spray?
it
That's incredible.
There it is. They need to pair that with the Cowbush weed sponsor.
Hot box tested, guaranteed to work.
Hey, look at the skunk.
Oh, why does he have an apple pie?
That's actually kind of cool. It's like specifically made to target one specific smell, and they have a whole bunch of them. So
Have
that's
you never been in a head shop in America?
No.
Yeah, this is like the
They
spray, so,
sell, they
like, the
sell
kids
these
don't
all
get in-
over the fucking place.
Yeah, so kids don't get in trouble and get caught by their parents.
Selling
Interesting.
water tobacco pipes.
Anyway, that makes his paint scheme even
Tobacco
cooler.
water pipes.
Shout out to Funkaway.
Yeah. See, that's so much better than the like shattered whatever the heck. Now it's like there's some smoke, there's some green. That's a cool car.
They really got rid of Myatt Snyder and Tax Slayer for that.
Denny Hamlin got a new sponsor this week. Mavis, I've never heard of them, but you know they actually kind of use the size logo space on the side properly, so I can't be too pissed. And it's
Looks like
unique enough
shit.
colors that like, really, you don't like it?
I fucking hate this thing.
All right.
It's
Oh,
got
I-
two Mavis tires and brakes on it. And then just sports clips in the middle for no reason.
So the thing that upsets me is that they're different fonts. Like the hood logo uses this like kind of old style thing, and then this is just straight up like the Tokyo Drift font. Look it up.
yeah, yeah, I see it.
And he also has like a monster box, but for FedEx, it's just white on.
Yeah,
the
no,
seat pillar.
this is ass, dude.
That
Okay.
is.
That's a drown.
Yeah, big drown.
This looks like an Arca tier fucking
It
paint
does
Yeah.
look a little bit like an Arca car, doesn't it? Damn.
That's not that good.
Hey,
keep it
simple.
Send him to Jar World.
They also just slapped this FedEx logo on with a
Drown him in the jar.
like kind of just an outline on the X, and there's just design behind it, like through the middle of the logo. That's
Yeah,
questionable.
it's
Yeah,
fucking.
That's cringe.
All right. I've been corrected. Drown it. I just want to talk about the Truex because he won in this stupid thing, but I know we talked about this like a year ago on the podcast. Just big bucket of potato salad on the quarter panel, and that thing went to victory lane. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense with this random blue line and it's just the Bass Pro. Anyway, it's just
I
a
don't know-
mess. But I just
I don't know
big
why he
potato
runs
salad.
the
victory
blue
lane.
stripe after Sherry left him. Because that was what the blue stripe was for. It was for ovarian cancer awareness.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna
Can
like
still
not
support it.
care about ovarian cancer.
No, he
just
should be
'cause-
team ovarian cancer.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
All right, we're moving
Christ.
on.
Sweet Lord.
Last car from New Hampshire I got to bring up. Stenhouse ran
This
a drumstick
is fucking
car.
great, dude.
This
is
is
pretty
the
sick.
best one of these 47 cars yet. They got a big old drumstick on the side, and the logo actually curls around the wheel well.
Oh my god, I love it.
That is pretty.
That's
sick.
beautiful. It's perfect, and it's like
I'm getting a
iconic. The drumstick. And
today.
get it
Dude,
from
if you saw that
Kroger.
on the track on a hot sunny day, it's like, dude, I want to go get me some ice cream.
And I've been talking about this. I need a better photo to illustrate this point. But I was talking about how JTG, they started moving the logo down the car, like on the hood. They started just shifting the Kroger so it's like right above the headlights. And I always said like it would work if they just like actually designed the car for it. And they did. I don't have a. God damn it! I don't have.
I
a
can kind of
photo
see it, like it's at the bottom, and then you got like.
Yeah, here's a
arched
video of them making a
drumstick.
pit stop.
Yeah, there we go.
You get the idea. But yeah, they basically like actually designed it to put a little drumstick on there and curl it around and put the Kroger there. It's
Almost like a shrimp.
And that's like meant to have
It's a
like
drip.
the ground level shots like facing the front of the car, like so you can see the logo way better.
Yeah, which is it makes a lot of sense, and I'm on board on the low hood logo train.
It does, yeah, as long as like you said, they make it not look like ass with the rest of the paint scheme,
Mhm.
which they're starting to do, which is good. Yeah, because this car's drippy.
They had good socials too. Shout out to JTG. They had friggin' drumsticks at the track. Big fan.
They usually have pretty good social media. Them and
Tasty
colleague and
goodness.
Why does he have an RFK jack? What was that?
He does have an RFK jack. I guess they just didn't pull the sticker off of it. That's
They're just
interesting.
borrowing it.
or they're just borrowing, yeah, just a little piece of gear just to do something in the garage. real
Borrowing.
quick.
Yeah, I'm sure like pit
he's
equipment
gonna be
goes
like,
around.
Dad, you gotta pay a rental fee.
Oh, I just realized. That's
Yeah,
the
how
wrong
many
button.
pumps did you do on
There's
that
like
jack? I'm
a-
charging you for wear and tear.
There's a design behind the design. They've got
Yeah.
like a bunch
you
of
didn't
stuff
see
about
that?
Yeah,
this.
they got the waffle cone, tasty
Tasty
goodness,
goodness.
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty drippy.
That's. I mean, this might be like
This might
JTG
be in
scheme of the
contention
year.
for,
I was just about to
top
say
of the
that.
year.
This is drippy. Yeah,
Remember
I'm
when
a
they
big
ran
fan.
bangers every week?
I do remember, dude. The 37 car when JTG ran the 37 just randomly had bangers. Oh, also wrapped side skirts.
I know this is a nitpick thing on my end, but if they could have had a way where they did the size of the outline for the drumstick arch and the number like match each other, that would have been like perfect.
Yeah, a fatter outline in the number would be cute. Or just instead of like red, blue, white, just red
Yeah,
and
red,
a fat
white.
white. Yeah. Anyway, good car. All right, I got a few from next week. That's all from this week. But just looking forward, okay. Brody Kostecki just randomly dropped on Twitter that he's going to be driving the RCR 33 at Indy, which I'm sure is directly in response to Shane Van Gisbergen winning the Chicago race. I just love that you can tell this was some supercars designer who did this, because
Yeah,
like
the grill.
supercars, he painted the grill green, which is a thing you can do in that series. Don't think Chevrolet will be too happy about that.
No,
We'll
that's
find out.
based.
I also don't know what a Vilo Mobile XBU is, but it's on the car.
Probably some sort
I
of
can also
cryptocurrency.
tell that whoever rendered this doesn't know what a like Goodyear looks like on a NASCAR.
What the fuck is that?
Because it has
What?
Goodyear Eagle F1s, but the text is curved the wrong way, which I've never seen before. That's a first.
That's
Problem.
Yeah, but anyway, Brody Kostecki.
Also, the deck lid logo's upside down.
Oh,
No, that's the
what
right way. They got rear cameras now. That's how you're supposed to put it. iRacing's
guess.
taught me that. Anyway, oh, he does have the Erebus logo, which is his like team in supercars. That's kind of interesting. I'm excited because Stecky's a wheelman. Should be cool.
When are we
Hopefully
gonna get
we'll be able to
Ned
do
in
alright.
NASCAR?
Oh, dude, we can't even get Ned. Period. End of sentence.
That's true.
But it'd be
Yeah,
cool to
it
see
was
him in
hard enough to
NASCAR.
get Ned.
hashtag we need Ned.
All right, I want to talk
Oh,
about
this one was
this.
funny.
They dropped this Eric Almirola car today, and it is, it's. I mean, this looks like a meme. It just says Ford in some kind of like basic ass.
This looks like one of those
Ford.
alcohol
Font.
sponsorships you had to censor in like the
Yeah,
NASCAR.
it looks like the
Thunder games.
Brad car.
Dude, almost
from
looks like
the video
Oreo
games.
font.
It's
got
actually
Oreo
pretty
colors.
close. I don't know what.
Eric Almirola.
I want some Oreos.
I don't know what happened. I mean, Stuart Haas has fallen off really hard in paint schemes this year. Last year he ran a Ford thing at Pocono, which I guess is like a thing that they do, and it was like a built Ford proud thing. Actually looks great. Banger of a scheme. I'm a fan. And this year it's just.
Well, matches everything else that's fallen off.
Yeah,
whole team's falling off.
Bad.
Next.
This render sucks too. This mapping is horrifying.
Why does it look dirty? It looks like it's been.
Oh, that's SHR. Yeah, that's just Stuart Haas's thing. It just
Dude,
uses
look
tons
at the
of
top
noise.
left part of the render, like that Ford, that just like top part of the F is just cut off.
Ford.
Yeah, this is.
Take it out back.
Damn, turn 2 got tight at Pocono. Jesus Christ.
That thing's gonna look real good with the Stuart Haas split. Just Loves and Smithfield on it next year.
Oh my god. Yeah, this thing sucks. This is a fat drown. I don't know what the hell Stuart Haas has been doing, but they gotta like revamp their whole ass design department. All right. Just random truck. Austin Hill's running a truck that looks like the AC Delco thing on the hood.
That looks like an old like throwback truck. That looks like
it does,
from, like,
but
the
it's
90s.
not. This just I see the front of this truck and I just think AC Delco 2 car like immediately.
Yes, that's
the white text, the red line, the A, and the
I
C.
knew it looked familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for Dripper John. I know it was a little bit short this week. That was a joke. I want to talk about what's Twitter doing real quick because we kind of didn't really have much to talk about on last week's What's Twitter Doing segment. But I think before I even got to drop the podcast, they just broke DMs. Like they just don't work anymore. They forced a new setting on every single account where they cannot receive DM requests from people that haven't paid Elon Musk $8, which is not unprecedented on this stupid platform. They broke a bunch of group chats for no reason. Every time I click on the core chat, they fixed it. Wow. For the past 2 days,
fixed on desktop.
For the past 2 days, every time I clicked on the core chat, it would say like, WinVow 8820.
Yeah, specifically Cozy for some reason.
Doesn't let you message him unless you pay verified or whatever. And it's like, get verified. It's like,
Cozy confirmed Elon Musk, Dan.
We've literally followed each other for years, but okay. But yeah, it seems to be functional now. It was really funny because if you go to like the actual message page, you could click on it, it'll put the warning up and you can just get rid of it and still like text properly. But if you use the little mini message box on the Twitter desktop app, you'd click on it, it'd be like, get verified, you'd say no, and then it would just pop up again. You'd say no, and it would just loop over and over. You have to close the tab and restart. Yeah, it's stupid.
Things I've realized about Twitter is anytime they make a change, they just do it live. They don't do any testing whatsoever.
Yeah, there's no beta testing.
Just give it a couple days. They'll figure it out.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
They fired everyone who tests it, I guess.
I like how Elon Musk was like, "Oh, bot activity is a real problem on the website," and I'll fix it. I know how to fix it, and then he gets in charge of it. He's like, "I don't know how to fix it. Pay me $8."
Based.
So stupid.
Elon Musk needs to be taken out back and just
please.
Elon Musk is proof that we do not live in a meritocracy.
I don't know what that means.
A meritocracy. It means you get where you are based on merit alone.
Oh,
I thought you said a meritocracy.
Meritocracy.
You get where you are based on how much money your parents
based
had
on whether or not your parents owned a fucking emerald mine in South Africa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I prefer carrotocracies. You're based on how many carrots you have.
24 carat.
I did see a lot of threads
that's
hate
the
on.
Stupidest thing I say all night. Sorry.
I hope.
Try and take him out back. He's done. He's washed.
I did see a lot of threads hate on Twitter. I don't know if people are like.
Yeah, because it's bad.
Well, it sucks because there's no like following page, but aren't they like? They're like Fediversing it. It's going to be based, I think, in a few months. When you can hook it up to your other stuff.
Let Zuck figure it out with his Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce just sitting on his bookshelf in the background.
Yeah, let him cook with the Sweet Baby Rays. One more thing for what's Twitter doing real quick, because Finster dropped a new pic today.
Yeah.
In a Tony Stewart shirt. Incredibly based. With the biggest crowbar I think I've ever seen. Shout out to Finster. I just love that Slap quote tweeted and said average Tony Stewart fan. And someone responded,
Slap found that.
Hot woman is Tony Stewart fan? Oh yes, must get to being friends with hot woman. Slap just replied with, does he know? And shout out to Hugh Kyleson on Twitter, because he then responded, now I know, hot man Tony Stewart fan, nothing changes. Incredibly based.
Oh, no, look at the NASCAR shit poster reply that he...
Dude, I did not see this.
I just saw someone reply based, and I gave him a like because that was my thought exactly.
Dude, that's hilarious. Holy shit, I didn't see that.
This was like the worst Tony Stewart paint scheme, though, which is unfortunate.
See what happens when you're
Just
off
straight
golfing.
orange with like a black roof.
What you
Yeah,
miss
that
on
thing
social
sucked.
media.
That's why we're here to catch you up. So that's what's
appreciate
going on.
it.
On Twitter this week.
Can we get a confirmation? Is that actually what the average Tony Stewart fan looks like, Rusty?
Yeah, Rusty, can you confirm or deny these statements?
You got it.
Rusty did not beat the Tony Stewart fan allegation.
I do like a lot of the comments and Slap's thing. We're just like, yep, that's fair. It's true. Can confirm.
He's
Rusty
based.
Femboy confirmed.
All right, that's what the hell Twitter's doing. I'm gonna roll into the media check-in actually, because I kind of like front-loading this a little bit. A little good conversation start before we dive into an hour of Slap talking about something crazy.
No, it's gonna be short. You saw the
That's
thread.
true. Media check-in. What are we playing? What are we watching? What are we reading?
Who the fuck reads?
That's fair.
More battle bit.
Rusty.
The first thing he said in like 30 minutes.
I finally watched Extraction 2 like 2 nights ago. That was a banger. Did y'all see the first one? I think I told y'all to watch the first one. It's just like
Nobody
really
watched. Nobody watched it.
Damn it. It's just like really well shot action. Just like tons of car chases and fight scenes and like foot chases through like crazy crowded places. They have in Extraction 2, they have this shot where they're like breaking out of a prison and there's just like hundreds of dudes everywhere, like absolute chaos. And there is a 20-minute shot. Like just one shot, moving
Like, no
camera,
cut?
following the dude around, no cut. I mean, there's like hidden things when like someone wipes over the screen, but like no cut. 20 straight minutes. It's like the whole like fight and the chase, and then the fight after that, and then the chase after that. It's kind of cool. Really sick.
Why watch that when we got Fast and the Furious?
Oh god.
And Transformers.
You say that, but I will
Unstoppable
watch that.
action and family.
Speaking of Vin Diesel and friends, I did watch Riddick 2013.
I haven't even
How's
heard
that?
of that, I'll be honest.
Man, I really wish Vin Diesel would do more of Riddick, because they're like really solid action movies. Like Chronicles of Riddick is probably one of my favorite like action movies of all time. And it's a shame that it only does like one Riddick movie every 10 years.
Was that the character that started from Pitch Black, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, I remember, dude, that movie terrified me as a fucking child. Dude, those fucking creatures that look like fucking Kabutops from fucking like Pokemon.
Yeah. And then in Riddick 2013, there's like a whole like new breed of creatures that only come out like when it rains or whatever. They have like these freaky like skull-shaped tails that, you know, they're venomous and all this other stuff. And there's bounty hunters and everything. Unfortunately, no more necromongers, which is you know, that was the big pull and all that. I thought that was going to be like the next big thing, but maybe they just didn't have the budget for it.
Damn.
Have you guys seen Pitch Black?
Nope.
That old school.
Oh,
movie
yeah.
Back in the... Man, that movie was terrifying. Maybe I was like young at that point, and you guys were a little bit older than me. Slap and Rusty, you did see it, but
I was gonna
I
say
don't-
we're not a little bit older than you.
It's good. Maybe it's probably dated now if you were to go back and like watch it now for the first time a little bit. But
well, I watched that after I watched Chronicles of Riddick.
Okay.
So I was like late in high school by the time I finally went back and watched that. And like after watching like Saw and like some of this other shit that just didn't phase me anymore.
Yeah, see, that's what I figured. I was still a youngin by that point. I think I was like middle school or
the thing that like still like
late elementary school.
The thing that freaks me out is in Chronicles of Riddick when that the necromonger priest is like confessing to Riddick like what he used to be a Furian, and he like takes off all his like medals and medallions and his headgear, and he just marches out into the desert where that scorching sun is like burning everything, and then you just see like his whole body like burn away, and he crumples down and he gets back up and he takes like 2 more steps, and you just see like his whole body just burn off and everything. I just thought that was like a crazy fucking shot. I know it's all CGI, but yeah, that just sticks with me. Just watching like a dude burn alive and just keep walking out into the desert. I was like freaked out by that when I first saw that. I was 15.
Damn.
I would have been 8 when Pitch Black came out. By the way, I was a little off on that timeline.
How old was
When did that come out? 2001.
2000.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
2000,
not
right.
born, so.
That's. Oh my god.
Get him out.
Okay, neither was like 80% of our audience.
Get rid of them.
Firecracker qualifying is going on right now, by the way, in terms of media.
Boo.
Cozy make it? I didn't see.
No, just outside top 20.
God damn it.
He can still race his way in, but that's unfortunate.
Blake went out there. I think the track temp was like a record high when he rolled off, and
It was 131.
yeah.
Jeez.
Why is
Like
Couch Racer
119.
Couch Racer's tweeting about them?
Blake's sponsored by Couch Racer.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hold on. Did anybody else notice that Ben is dead?
Yeah.
Oh. How long has that been?
I have no clue. Just leave him.
He's just frozen solid. We can still hear you, Ben. It's just like your video's frozen solid.
He's just been talking, and I looked up, and it's just not moving.
I will say,
It's maximum overchill.
He's chilling.
no hate to Ben, but definitely the least like facial expressions and like movements throughout the podcast, because I look at this a lot when I'm trying to find a thumbnail of like someone making a funny face.
Just chilling.
Ben's usually just chilling, so I mean I'm not surprised no one noticed it.
You got the thumbnail.
He's dead.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, that's the thumbnail. To just be you there,
just Ben's face.
frozen in time. That's a craze.
Let's just leave him there. Continue.
Anyway. Oh, no.
It's dead. It's Jover.
He's turned into an OBS symbol.
Yeah, he's evolved into his next form.
That's right where his head was.
Oh, he's trying.
He might be coming back.
Just infinitely loading.
All right. Anyway.
Oh, he's dead.
I'm gonna be curious as to how long that was actually frozen.
I can't wait to go back and watch that.
I just didn't know it.
Just Ben is just frozen, and none of us just even care.
Granted, a lot of the recent stuff was like the media and drip or drown.
Oh,
so we
he's
weren't
dead.
necessarily
Dead.
Looking
I
at
think he's
the
restarting
face
Discord.
cams. Yeah, he's probably just trying to pop back in.
All right. Well, while
Let
Ben
him
does that,
cook.
we can start rolling into the start of Slap's crazy ass moments in history. What the hell are we talking about this week, Slap?
Oh, God.
All right. So with the recent events happening in Ukraine, NATO has been in the hot seat. There's a lot of talk about whether it should exist or not exist, how many countries should be in there, who should be a part of NATO. So you might get this sort of idea that, NATO, we've always been buddy, and, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, all these countries have been in cahoots with each other for a long time. No, back in 1974, NATO fought itself in a war.
Really?
About 1,000 people died in what became known as the Turkish invasion of Cyprus.
It's time for Slap's crazy
My stomach.
ass moments in history.
Zwamp.
Swamp. The only thing I know about Cyprus is that it's like split down the middle now.
Yeah,
and they're
so
still like pissed at each other.
yeah, so the island of Cyprus is kind of like just chilling right there in the middle of the Mediterranean. And it's kind of been in the middle of everybody's problems ever since. For the longest time, it belonged to the Greeks and then the Romans. Then it was the Greeks again after the Roman Empire collapsed. But around 1571, the Ottoman Empire really took hold across what is now modern-day Turkey, all over the Levant, into Arabia, all the way up into Bulgaria, and they eventually took Cyprus from the Greeks. And that's where it remained until after World War One. Then it, after the Ottoman Empire fell, it became under British control, and by then there was a significant Turkish population and a significant Greek population. These were ethnic Turks and ethnic Greeks all living in Cyprus together, and Britain kind of had this idea of divide and rule, that they basically made it a sort of a dual ethnic state where they separated Turks on one side, Greeks on the other. And that's what they decided to do with it all the way until 1963, when they said, all right, your problem now. You're now an independent country. Y'all figure it the fuck out. We're out of here. So the Cyprus Republic came to be.
You're telling me the British walked in, separated everyone, made a mess, and then we're like, all right, see you later. We don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, and that is definitely the only time that ever happened.
Yeah.
To know more about the only time that ever happened, Google Sykes-Picot Agreement. And yeah, if you ever wondered why the Middle East's a fucking mess and why every country there hates each other, you can thank the Brits again.
Yep.
If you ever wonder why Africa is constantly at war, thank the Brits.
India,
thank the British Empire.
China.
There is no depths in hell deep enough for you to burn in forever. Fuck you guys.
Yep.
The sun never sets on the British Empire, and the fires of hell never stop burning for you. So the new Cyprus Republic was, it was half of parliament was Greek, half of parliament was Turkish. So as you can probably imagine, they hated each other's fucking guts and they couldn't agree on anything. Fast forward to sometime in July 1974, and a Greek-backed group of junta Greek nationalists basically take over the country in a coup. When word of this gets to Turkey, Turkey just straight up says, okay, we're going to invade. Like, they just told them we're going to secure the safety of all Turkish ethnic citizens in Cyprus. And the problem with this was Greece and Turkey were both part of NATO at the time. And so the Americans, the French, and the British are basically sitting there kind of twiddling their thumbs, trying to just calm everybody down. Like, oh, no, guys, let's be friends. Let's don't do this. Y'all both just got into NATO. Let's not embarrass ourselves. And Turkey and Greece are basically like, no, we're doing this now. We're doing it live. Turkey comes up with landing plan Attila. The Greeks come up with defense plan Aphrodite. And the Turks landed at the northern tip of Cyprus and had the largest airborne invasion since World War II. They dropped off about 60,000 troops. About 16,000 were from the air. The rest came by sea. This was a real big boy sort of like invasion. This wasn't like some police action. Turkey literally declared war. This was for them the biggest war that they had been a part of since World War One. So the forces were about 60,000 Turks, about 14,000 Greeks, because the Greek military, there's Ben again, he's back. The Greek military was in such rough shape they couldn't really mount a resistance or anything, so most of it was Greek-backed nationalists over in Cyprus. But the Turks were not fucking around. They rolled in with tanks. They rolled in with APCs and all that. If you want to roll the video.
Oh yeah, we have a video.
Yeah. So that'll show you like all the military operations and shit. There they are dropping in on
oh my god, tons of dudes
on what ended up being D-Day for them, July 20th, 1974. And
I see you've timed this well.
Yeah, while there was a lot of infighting with NATO about who to back, what to do about it, America had absolutely no problem because America had invited Turkey into NATO, and we had just set up ICBMs in NATO and Turkey so that we could shoot them at the Russians. So we were very interested in keeping Turkey happy. So we backed them. That's an American helicopter right there. That's a Huey helicopter. We got some F-4 Phantoms over there. There's an M113 armor personnel carrier, courtesy of the Pentagon. There's some American tanks we gave them, some American helmets. We gave them Thompson submachine guns. Yeah, there's some Tommy guns right there. And we very quietly but pretty obviously backed the Turks in this. And the Turks got mostly what they wanted. They were able to secure the Turkish population there. And by the time August 18th rolled around, a ceasefire had been signed, and the invasion stopped where the borders are today. And there has been no movement since 1974. After all the fighting was dead, only about 1,000. When all the fighting was done, only about 1,000 people were dead, but about 250,000 people had been displaced from their homes, and they had to find a new home on one side of the border or the other, or flee the country and move to really any place in the Mediterranean area that would take them. But even to this day, if you go into any comment section on YouTube about a video talking about the Greek-Turk war over Cyprus in 1974, it is very, very heated. You cannot say anything without having 1 million Greeks and Turks just turn against you immediately.
Oh, dude, I bet this Google
borderline?
review fights too. This is a weird border where they've got this kind of like DMZ.
Jagged.
Yeah, there's like a whole city right there, and there's just like a wall running down the middle of
There's
it.
people that live in the DMZ. Hold up. There's like buildings.
Damn.
Dude, I never knew this island existed until today. It's been a nice history
Dropping
geography
in.
lesson, courtesy of
Oh
Slash.
God.
Stand
bad.
on this side of the road, or you will be fired upon.
The war is
Whoa.
over. That's actually really fucking cool.
Based.
One Cyprus. There's a cool view. I'm telling you, we got to make a show on Shrimp Hub where we just
Drop in
explore
random
shit on
spots.
people's
Yeah,
maps.
sir.
Yeah.
Let's drop in on the DMZ in North Korea.
Yeah, where are we
baby.
dropping, boys? Can we do that real fast? Can you go to North Korea?
Just
Yeah.
see that guy getting chased out.
I just wanna see
from, like,
the,
years ago.
The
I
border.
want to see if there's funny reviews on the border. Like, remember when we were talking about the like right here. Where do you think it is?
Hey, 3.8 is not bad.
It's a beautiful hotel from the days of old.
Oh, it was actually standard reviews. I just remember looking up those mountains between India and China, and people being just writing reviews, being like, "This is in India."
Oh, Cargill, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that place that we went up super north in Canada?
Did we do that on the podcast?
Well,
What do you
maybe
mean?
You talking about the place where NASA films their Mars footage?
Oh, that was Stanley Kubrick.
Flat earther.
Don't be silly.
Oh, can we just like drop into the?
You join into the joint security? What the? What the hell?
This is interesting.
Just that.
I'd like to apologize to all the audio listeners. We're just jumping around
Funnystash.com.
in North Korea now, I guess, because we started talking about DMZs. I do know you can look at stuff on the North Korea-China border, because I've like explored this before. Which is pretty interesting because they
Is
got
there
a
a
road
pizza
going up,
place
like-
next to the DMZ? I'm trying to have a DMZ pizza party.
DMZ pizza party. Looking a little bit empty here.
Yeah, what the fuck is
Can
this?
I Google search for like pizza places? Like, let's see if we
Can we do the McDonald's test?
Google pizza joints in North Korea.
The McPizza.
pizza. Apparently, I've looked for
Can we
pizza
get a
before.
McPizza at the DMZ?
Yeah,
No,
they
it's
got
all
a Domino's in Seoul.
That's close enough.
Based.
Might
They
be
have a
on
pop-
I don't think this passes a McDonald's test.
Check over here. Oh, we got a. Oh God. I don't know if they got pizza. This is just all in
We'll
Korean.
just click on it.
I'm sure they got some.
It's got 4.5 stars. This is a
Hey, they got birthday parties.
Oh, looks like a cute little place.
They got friggin' gourds.
Ooh, they make,
dude.
like,
These
fresh
people, like these
produce.
business owners, have no clue that they're just on like an American podcast right now. Like just
Dude, I
no
No
clue.
pizza though. I don't see any pizza.
Dude, I legit want to go to that place. It looks cute.
Yeah, we need some
Let's
beats
drop
up in here.
Cody off.
They can go in his
Dropping
flow
Cody
racing
off at
gear.
the DMZ in search of pizza.
I don't think there's any DMZ pizza. I don't see any pizza places near the DMZ.
Oh, hold on, we were close.
I've heard South Korea is a great like tourist country. It's like a super cool place to check out.
Yeah, don't they have the fastest internet in the world
South
I
Korea,
have
yeah.
no idea. I haven't
in
heard
South
of that.
Korea?
You can
I
take a
don't-
pizza
it's
onto
not
a
giving
river
me
onto the
I was there
DMZ.
for like 6 months, and his internet was great.
Not giving me the button anymore. It's not letting me search up pizza in
Pizza.
South Korea anymore.
North
Oh, we got
Korea is
Mr.
getting all
Pizza.
sketched out that you keep searching around its area.
Yeah, it's dead. We
You're on a database in the North Korea
Listen,
servers
this is
now.
The DMZ
Important-
pizza's dead.
important tourist information. If you want to eat pizza in the DMZ, you're gonna have to drive a little bit. You're gonna have to get a pizza elsewhere. You know, maybe go to the Domino's here in.
You can just get delivery.
in Paju.
Hey, can you deliver to the? Do you deliver to the DMZ?
30 minutes or less.
What is Korean Domino's doing?
What kind of pizza is that?
I'm
What
sorry,
is
this
that?
delivery address is out
Holy
of our
shit.
zone.
This
How
kid's
tall
eating
is
it,
that
whatever it
kid's
is.
head?
Yeah, that kid looks fucking.
This is what it's supposed to look like.
That kid has a big ass head, dude.
I thought that was a hat at
I got
first.
multiple pictures of this kid fucking hamming on pizza with a glove on. Take out
Glove
20%
pizza.
off at
Yeah,
Korean
you guys
Domino's.
deliver north of the border.
There you go. Go to Korean Domino's. Look at them. They're having a great time. What is that weird ass pizza? That's the same thing. I don't know what this is.
It looks
What
like
is this?
pepperoni.
Korean pizza, man.
Dude, go back to that like above picture. Right there.
It's definitely pepperoni.
No, that one right there. It's literally just a normal pizza with some sort of weird sausage, and then they have like a sausage drizzled on it. Like you're chill. It literally just looks like a normal pizza with some sauce drizzled on it.
That
Right,
looks like
right.
a weird ass pizza.
I think your guys are overreacting.
No, you're gonna take one bite into that, and you're gonna
Coming from the guy that
Gonna
would eat
what?
the
Gonna what?
pepperoni pizza in Indianapolis.
What?
This is summer sausage, bro.
yeah, summer
Oh.
sausage pizza.
This
I
pizza.
still ate
Lord.
that shit. It wasn't the pepperoni I wanted, but I still ate it. It was weird though. I asked for pepperoni pizza and it comes back with like these thick ass like sausage.
That was definitely pepperoni.
it was like bratwurst pretty much, like slice
It's
of that
based. You
thick.
get more meat.
It was like inches
No, I want.
thick.
I'm
fucking
a fan.
pepperoni.
I'm a fan of like the thin, like crispy pepperoni. I don't want like a giant like hunk of fucking
You'll
fucking
take the
Jimmy
hunk of meek and
Dean's.
you'll like it.
Meek. Jimmy Dean's pepperoni.
Did I say meek?
You did.
Meek Mills.
Damn it.
Ben, is your camera gonna work again, or are we just looking at this?
It's Jover.
It's
Oh.
dead.
What happened?
I don't know. Discord's doing Discord things, so you're gonna have a.
Did
pixel
Serena
this-
get
The rest
into
of us
it?
don't have a problem. That's a skill issue.
I think
Yeah,
it's
do
funny
a
out of all of us,
webcam.
Ben has the issue. Like,
Yeah, take it
Ben
from
has
me.
issues with his Discord streams and his cameras and his audio. Like,
The nice
It's all
camera isn't
broken.
worth the fuss. Like I'm just using my webcam right now. I got rid of my stupid DSLR, so yeah.
and we
See,
trust this guy
Cody's
with
made
IT.
the upgrade.
It looks nice when it works, but it was very janky and it
I
didn't
have
work
no
a lot
place
of
to
the
put a
time.
webcam here
Where's your camera?
in front of the TV.
I will buy you a $90 Logitech.
Put your webcam in front of the TV.
Got a full room.
Hey, this
view.
coming from the guy whose like house setup is fucking like HAL 9000 complete surveillance system, like
actual
watches,
IT professional.
Yeah, watches where you move.
Maybe
Can't get
HAL
his-
9000 took over.
I can't
Can't
see
get
his
his
facial
face to show
reactions. Yeah.
The government's gonna hack Ben's house and like he's gonna have Alexa fucking kill him.
All right.
Slaps crazy ass predictions.
That's why the most advanced piece of technology in my house is my refrigerator, and if it makes a weird noise, I shoot it.
It's a Decepticon.
That was a good bit over this song. Welcome to Animal Planet, the segment of the show where we talk about people being animals. Slap, how's your short track tour going? I haven't checked in on this in a bit.
The fucking United Sprint Car Tour or Sprint Car Series, they fucking canceled. They're supposed to come up to Travelers Rest Speedway on Friday night last week. They just canceled day of. They were just like, "Yep, not doing it. See ya."
What? For what? Did they provide a reason?
No, without it. Travelers Rest Speedway says without warning and without reason, without for circumstances outside of our control, the race is canceled for tonight.
What?
And then I look on United Sprint Car Series website, and they say, "Yeah, we're still good for Cherokee on Saturday, July 29th." So hopefully that goes off. But if it doesn't, the Carolina Sprint Car Tour is there at that same day. Now they race the 305s instead of the 360 sprints, like in the United Sprint Car Series. But hopefully there will be a show on the 29th over at Cherokee.
Damn.
I wonder if a promoter or a sponsor backed out the last minute where they weren't getting paid.
Yeah, or maybe United Sprint Car Series is out of money.
Didn't have a big enough.
If they don't show up to Cherokee, we know it's Jover.
Yeah, they might have fucked it. That's unfortunate. So I guess no animals from there other than the series itself.
Oh, dude, but I wanted to go to Travelers Rest because it came to national prominence when on the TV show Live PD. It was like the live version of Cops.
Yeah,
there was a famous episode that happened at Travelers Rest Speedway. You could probably find it on YouTube, but it was just two dudes just get into a drunken fight, and the cops get called, and they just drag those two drunk dudes off. And then I remember everybody at work's like, "Did you see Live PD last night? You see Live PD last night? Oh, dude, Travelers Rest Speedway was on there. We made it, dude." I was like, I don't want to have Travelers Rest remember for that reason.
Remember Live PD was the shit. Now it's not even live anymore. Is it still going or is it dead?
I thought it got canceled with Cops after.
Yeah, it got canceled, but they changed the name to something. I think it incorporates like fire and rescue now too.
I remember they had to stop doing it live because someone like watched their friend die or something.
Yeah, it's called On Patrol now.
Jesus, never really watched those cop shows. I watch like
I always thought like
Cops
tune
back
in and
the
you
day.
watch your friend get blessed.
I always thought Cops was awful because you're watching somebody on like literally the worst day of their life.
Yeah,
That's true.
then it's being broadcast to network television and being syndicated. And
Yeah, for people's entertainment.
For years. For
For 2 decades down the road, you got to watch, your great uncle's worst day of his life back in 1995 when he was found pissing in public.
You guys are watching reruns of Cops at fucking Thanksgiving. It's like, oh, there's Uncle Jimmy.
Oh, Uncle Jimmy, you're on G4 TV on the 1995 rerun of Cops.
Oh, that's
Right
right.
before
Uncle
the
Jimmy
start.
pissing in public again.
Or like old Jerry Springer up.
just
rest in peace.
I checked in on old On Patrol. They have their recent ratings information up. Last episode, which aired about a week ago on July 7th, pulled a .11 for their rating. So they're doing good.
Is it NASCAR we're talking about?
I don't know what that means. Cody, where the hell were you this week?
Expect more of those shows to pop up during the writer's strike, by the way.
Damn, you're right.
That's why cops is a thing. Because it came up during the 1992 writer's strike.
Yep.
And then somebody had the bright idea, like, oh, let's just spend a camera crew with LAPD and just see what they fucking find.
That's kind of based.
That is kind of cool.
But Cody, go ahead.
I was down in Illinois and Missouri, Tri-City Speedway on Friday, and then what the hell? Lucas Oil Speedway Saturday. Lucas Oil is sweet. It's an amazing fucking facility. State of the art. They set a super high bar for how every dirt track should be. Incredibly nice suites, elevators, paved pits, super nice concessions. Everything's affordable. Bunch of nice seats. Yeah, I love that facility. It's my second time there, so I love going there. But on Friday, Mother Nature fucking came through and has devastated us. We are we got through hot laps and qualifying fine, but during qualifying there's a huge cell like right off to the side of us that it initially looked like it was gonna like go off to like behind the grandstands and miss us. But the initial movement I saw at first that I thought the clouds were like moving, it was just that cell just expanding. And yeah, it just sat like in place. It was the weirdest thing. We were watching on radar. It just sat in place for like 2 or 3 hours. It didn't move, but just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and redder. And yeah, finally, like right after qualifying, there was this crazy lightning going on off in the distance. And it started getting close to where it was like a danger. And they basically cleared the grandstands. They got the camera guys off the lift. They got me out of the fucking infield. And yeah,
that track looks good. You can run on that.
Yeah,
got absolutely dumped on, and it was
yeah.
Hey, at least there won't be
for boat races.
So I grabbed like I had like basically like 2 loads of gear out to the infield. I had my my camera, my backpack, and one other thing I forgot. But then I left like all my non-essential shit behind that could get wet, like the tripod and like my chair and my cooler. So I went back out to get the fucking shit, and it was just gone. I thought the fucking storm took it because what, dude, I cannot express. I thought about filming, but it was just so miserable because we were being just poured on, like, because obviously the race got called. They got dumped on. So yeah, we can't do this. So we had to tear down everything in this pouring rain while the storm's going on. And I'm in the infield, like, wading out to this now just sloppy, just mushy mess that you're just sinking into just up to your ankles in this just super soft mud that's just soaking wet. And I'm wading out to where my stuff was, like in turn 3, and there's just like puddles like a foot deep, like you saw in the picture. And my shit's just gone. Long story short, I guess one of the track guys, like the workers, like as everyone else, like the crew guys in the infield are scrambling around, someone else grabbed it for me and like brought it up to the office.
Oh,
yeah. So that was nice, but
you had to walk down there to find out.
Yeah, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that, so I basically just waded through this just absolute marsh. And yeah, like right as I was starting to make my way back, just trudging through this fucking mud and shit. All of a sudden, like a second like wave of the cell picked up, and this huge gust of wind just came out of nowhere. Like,
gotta run from the wind.
It ripped the umbrella out of my hands, my brand new flow hat that I had just bought.
No.
It's sitting there cartwheeling through the mud.
Oh, no.
And I'm sitting there having to chase it, and my umbrella, I finally grab it, and I'm just soaking wet, covered in mud.
That's why you're wearing the black hat today.
I washed it at the hotel room in the hotel sink that night, and it actually looked brand new.
All right, nice.
It didn't I didn't leave it in. It didn't like have a chance to stain or anything. And plus, it's dirt. It's all just really dirt in the long run. It just kind of washes out with water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
So Animal Planet is a race series and Mother Nature.
Well, actually, so I did want to pitch in real fast because I wasn't here last week. I didn't get a chance to elaborate on Atlanta whatsoever, and we didn't talk NASCAR, so I think it counts. But yeah, speaking of terrible weather at races, I will say I didn't think that it would rain because I just stupidly didn't check the forecast at all. And actually, I literally like I had my rain jacket in the car. It was in our bag, and I was like, fuck it. Like we need some extra water, so I pulled it out and put some water and ice in our bag. Yeah, and for like 20 laps, it was fucking like sick. Just like lightning off in the distance, like at night with all like the cup cars going on by. And I was like, oh shit. I checked Bob, and Bob was like, yeah, we got like 30 minutes left of this race before it's like Jover. And I got big pissed. My two friends, it was their first time at a cup race, and they were off. Yeah, they were off getting. They were looking for food or something, and they were just god awful concession lines. And so I started to see Bob Pockrass because I have his like notifications on. So on my phone, it was just like rain 15 minutes out, rain 10 minutes out, rain 5 minutes out. And I was like, once the 10-minute tweet came out, I was like, if y'all don't got food, y'all might want to like come out here. And that was right when like that RFK battle was going on with Keselowski and Cindric, I think it was, like battling. I was like, y'all better get out here. They come back, and as soon as they came back, it was that stage break, whatever, with Byron leading.
Just pulled
the cars out. Yeah, dude, definitely vortex theory shit going on. I was tweeting, I was like, don't fucking throw the stage caution. Like we need the fucking green. But
keep that wind going.
So it starts raining, okay, and I was like chilling under the stands. I was like, I hope y'all ready to be here till like 2 a.m. Like this, we're in for the fucking long haul tonight. And like literally like 5 minutes after they pulled the cars out pit road, Bob was like, yeah, race is official, Byron's the winner. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so the torrential downpour had started by then. Okay, it's fucking like it's raining sideways. And so I just hear above us like these loud fucking explosions. I'm like, did that goddamn like media center just fall down on the stands? Like what happened? So apparently, I guess since the race was over, they started blowing off fireworks in the middle of this torrential downpour. Yeah. And so there's just explosions happening outside, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
The gunpowder's gonna get wet, so you might as well just send them off.
Yeah, they're not gonna save them for next year.
That's a good point. Yeah, it was gonna get ruined if they didn't set it off, so you might as well use them.
Yeah, so it just like I was like, what the fuck? It was just super funny because we were all under the stands and just explosions start happening outside.
Tannerite going off.
That is like, so I'll say that, and that was worse than I think Talladega Fall 21, the race that Bubba won. Like that was the worst weather I'd been in at a cup race. Atlanta this year, way worse. Like I'm talking like I thought it was a fucking hurricane going off at the track. Like sideways rain, wind gusts, lightning, and thunder and shit. Like you could not drive. And they also shout out to the Atlanta Motor Speedway traffic staff, because after the race, instead of letting people out like normal, they just fucking like shut the entrances and exits down, and everybody was just like gridlocked in there while it was fucking raining. It was like, okay.
Yeah, Atlanta Motor Speedway traffic is always fucking
I did so bad for no reason. Like there were 10 people there. But yeah, that was it.
All right. More weather being a damn animal. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any Animal Planets. I'll have a hefty one in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Going through Iowa.
When I come back from Iowa. Because
that's gonna like journal it down. Fucking Animal Planet journal.
That's a good idea.
Video journal.
I gotta figure this out because I don't have like
a certain car company.
I don't have like a little GoPro or anything. And I don't have a ton of space on my phone.
Okay, well never mind.
I might. Oh, I don't know. I'll do my best. I'll try and keep people up to date with tweets. Ben, what the hell were you saying?
You want to talk about a certain car company?
What? Homst.
It starts with an F.
We talked about it on the show.
Starts with a what?
Fiat.
An F. 4 letters.
Oh, my broken ass car.
Yeah.
Yeah, car broke. Dude, it was like probably like 2.5 weeks ago. Our insurance makes us put a like dinky little thing in the OBD2 port, And when the car doesn't get used, it just runs the battery down. And so we didn't use it for like 2 weeks, and the car was just deceased. So we jumped to using my dad's car. And then it was like fine. And then another like week later, it was dead again. And then my dad jumped it, and he went for like a quick like 10-minute drive to just like charge the battery a little bit. And like 3 blocks from home, he gets off the highway, he's rolling down the street, and the car just dies on him while it's driving, which is fucked. And I'm so glad he got off the highway, because I was able to just like hightail it up the street and like push the car home. But then it wouldn't turn off. The car like thought it was turned on, all the lights were on, and it's a stupid thing, it doesn't have a key because it's got a start stop button, because it's this special car. So you push the start stop button and it just doesn't turn it off. And it was just like interior lights, the screen was on, it had like 1 blinker, 1 headlight, and 2 of the brake lights were on. Like, it was just a disaster. So we just unplugged the battery. Tried charging the battery again, car was still janky. The keys stopped working. We got a new battery. We got a guy to reprogram our keys so they actually work with the car, and it still won't start. And it's,
this is why everything on my car is analog.
And it's you know, we're 2 days away from when we have to leave, and we were gonna take the car, and now it doesn't work.
As much driving as you do, and you don't have cruise control.
Yeah, that was a budget decision at the time that I've since regretted. But
what does cruise control fucking cost? $50 goddamn dollars?
I bought the cheapest car I could fucking find at the time, hence the Ford Focus. So if I already vowed though, if I buy
that's what I did. I mean, it was between a Hyundai Elantra and a Ford Focus.
Listen, I've already
you made the right choice.
I said I regretted it. I've already vowed that my future car will have at least cruise control.
Slap, you made the right choice, because yeah, the Focus is deceased.
All 1.8 liters of Korean steel, baby.
So the reason I was late to start this podcast is because we like the bike rack that we have to stick on the roof only works with the Ford Focus, which is why we needed it to function. But now we had to like buy like a kit to like adapt our roof racks to go on the rental car that my dad's been using for work. And then we're gonna stick the bikes on that. So I was like installing the fucking rack. It's a pain. So yeah, my dad's now renting this car for a week so that we can drive it to Iowa, park it, leave it sitting there for a week, and then drive back home.
Good luck getting that through customs, buddy.
You're stopping at Milwaukee on the way out, right?
I know enough about geography of the U.S. to know that that's not how that works. We are leaving Thursday, and we're gonna spend like a few days getting there because it's so fucking far. And we're gonna like pick up Andrew on the way because he's flying into Chicago because it was cheap, and then we're gonna like we basically park the car at the end town in Davenport and then get on a bus with our bikes, and we bus all the way over to the South Dakota Omaha like border.
Damn.
Did you say South Dakota? I'm gonna be in southern South Dakota this week.
South Dakota.
There's a triple border there. Hold on.
Let me know where you'll be at. I might actually meet up with you depending where you're at, because I will literally be out there Thursday night, starting Thursday night.
Thursday until when?
Probably Monday morning.
I will be in Sioux City on Saturday night.
Because I'm going out to Houston Speedway for the Silver Dollar Nationals.
Sioux City is on the border of, I called it Omaha, that's a city in it. The border of Nebraska, South Dakota, and Iowa, like little tri-border. And that's where the ride starts. So it's gonna be, they have like a whole ass expo, and like half the town's gonna be covered in tents. And then yeah, we'll put the tent on the bike and we're gonna bike across Iowa for a week.
Nebraska is not a real state.
All right.
I mean, Omaha is like the state of Nebraska, basically. Here's how tiny the state of Nebraska is. The University of Nebraska Cornhuskers, their football team, when their stadium sells out, it becomes the 3rd largest city in Nebraska.
Damn.
DT, we're meeting up. I'm gonna be like 45 minutes north of you.
It's gonna be a mess. But
You're
I
gonna
will
deal
keep
with
you posted.
100,000
10-4.
bikers.
Well, okay, I think there's like 40,000 doing the whole week. But on the Wednesday, specifically the ride from Ames to Des Moines, there's gonna be like 100,000 dudes.
Hey, listen, if there's
Jesus.
tons of bike traffic when I come to meet you, I can just park my car and come zip on over to where you are.
Oh, it's
No,
true. You can scoot.
Just claim it's a political protest, then you can just drive right through them.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Slap. I want you to
That's why
stay
we
away
can't
from
have
Iowa
nice
next
things.
week.
This is why we
Just stay
can't
away
have
from
nice
Iowa
things.
just next week specifically. I
It's,
also
it's a Republican state, dude. You can do that type of shit there.
Oh my God.
Oh, can we?
all
Vote
right.
slap off. The
I'm
pot?
changing gears. I've been talking the past few weeks about it. About like in previous years when the bike ride has gone through like Newton, Iowa, where Iowa Speedway is, they've opened up the track and for like a $10 like charity donation, you can fucking turn laps of the track on the bike. But Iowa Speedway socials have been completely dead.
I thought they had a IndyCar race there that weekend.
Yeah,
weekend.
so that's this weekend, and I'll be there like 4
Okay.
days later.
Okay.
But yeah, I might call them on the phone and just be like, "Hey, pal, like, can we can I just let me in?" Because they have like
Yeah,
they have
they're
like
Conrad.
attractions listed already for like a lot of the towns and cities that we're going to be going through, and Iowa Speedway is not one of them for Newton. And I'm a little bit concerned because if I'm going to damn Iowa and I'm literally going to be like a minute from the racetrack, like rolling through the town, I'm just gonna go there either way.
You guys aren't like traveling on the interstate, are you? Or,
Uh,
like, are there any like parallel
No.
like frontage roads that you're going on? Like, how are you like trekking across?
here, I'll just pull
'Cause
up
I
the
know-
whole ass route.
Because I know that track is like basically right off the freeway, off I.
Yeah, we're gonna be on the other side of the freeway. Like we're going through here. God damn it. We're gonna be going on like 6 through like the middle of the town, kind of like up here.
Yep.
And then the speedway is just literally like other side of the freeway.
Yeah.
So like we're literally gonna be here, and I want to turn laps on the track.
Are you going through Knoxville, Iowa?
We are not. Knoxville is
That's pretty
further
south of the
south.
freeway. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say it's 30 minutes south by car. So
Yeah.
Gonna be
You'd
a
have to
lot by
cross
bike
over that
and
Big ass
yeah.
lake.
yeah,
Mile
we're gonna have
bridge.
we're gonna have a whole lot of fucking riding to do. Here, let me pull up the this is the map for the event. Ragbri, number 50. It's the 50th anniversary.
Davenport.
So yeah, we start in friggin' Sioux City, and the first day we, 70 miles or whatever. We go to Storm Lake, and then it's another like 60 something miles. Then it's another like 82 miles, and then we go the nice little ride down to Des Moines, which is like chill. That'll be like 50 miles. And then it's another 80 miles, and then 70 miles to the finish.
Shout out the 50 miles being the chill day.
Yeah. And there's a lot of hills too, surprisingly.
oh, I thought this was Iowa, man. I thought it was flat.
I mean,
No,
it's flat compared
Eastern
to
Kansas is flat. Iowa's got a little like up and down.
There's a lot of rolling
prairies.
hills. Yeah.
Prairies, as they like to call them.
Which will be fun. So I don't know. Look up for my updates on Twitter. Hopefully we'll get to the end. Without my dad injuring himself again, 'cause that's happened a few times already.
Uh-oh.
I told that story on the podcast.
Yeah.
But he's good now. Like literally both of his injuries are like just healing, like nearing 100% just in time for the ride. So shout out.
Just in
Got
time
him
to
out
fucking
early.
bust his ass again.
And he'll be in
Um,
America. He'll have to
Papa
foot
Show.
the bill this time.
Yeah, you'll have to foot the bill.
That's
This is
true.
America.
That's true.
Pop his shoulder back into place. He'll be fine.
It's gonna be a whole thing though. I'm damn excited because I'm literally going with like my dad and my best friend, and we're just gonna fucking send it across Iowa and camp out in tents and visit every beer garden. It's gonna be a good time. I mean, it's gonna be like kind of tough for me. It's like I know I'm gonna be struggling. Andrew's gonna be cruising though. That guy's cracked.
Dude, you're gonna be jacked by the end of this.
Dude, I already like got quads and calves for days for the past few months. I mean, I've been literally like training for this since February.
The quad father.
Like let me pull up the stats because I've put in a stupid number of kilometers. Like this year. 2,300 kilometers. How many miles is that?
Like 1,500, I think.
Yeah. 1250.
So yeah, this calendar year I've ridden 1,500 miles on the bike.
God
Holy
damn.
shit.
And I have to do a third of that in a week. It's a good time. All right, that was Animal Planet, I guess. Oh,
Real fast,
Hold
yeah.
on.
Can I interject?
Your
Yeah.
fucking mail.
yeah, we got
we had
breaking news.
Banger breaking drip that dropped while we're recording the show, and it's fucking fire. The Money Team Racing.
Oh. Yo.
Look at this. This thing looks fucking sick.
I'm
Harris
hard
Lou
for
on the
Bernard.
design.
Here we go.
It gives me big like Bill Davis racing vibes with the yellow, black,
It's a
and
little
red.
bit Dale-y. It's a little like it's kind of a Dale jacket too.
Yeah.
No,
Just
it's
a
like
sick
Caterpillar
jacket.
Luke
colors.
Creative designed it. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you got a
yeah.
little creative logo on it too.
Yeah, dude, it looks fucking sick. Harris Lou don't miss.
Well, it's like the Ricky Bobby me scheme.
Oh yeah. Oh.
We need. Ed's not on the podcast, but we were
Oh
talking
baby,
last night.
that is a lot of
I'm
money.
not spending $170 on that. It's
It's
Oh, hold on.
$170. I mean,
I'll
it's
wait
a
till it hits a
sick
thrift
jacket.
store.
We missed something on what is Twitter doing, by the way. That
Oh,
kind
what
of
is
segues
this?
into this. Remember the dude that was crying about Talladega Nights?
I saw that. I saw some guy crying about Talladega Nights.
Which leads us into there was some dude that was
He was like, "Oh, it's not bad for NASCAR." It's like, shut up.
For those of you
Yeah.
that don't know, Talladega Nights, it was a
Who
Will
the fuck
Ferrell
doesn't know what
comedy
Talladega
movie
Nights
in
is?
2006. Fucking well, it's obvious parody and set. There might be obviously
The
there's
point is, it was a
boomers
big
like you.
movie, and it got a lot of people like caring about NASCAR, and it's just funny. Like it was at the peak of like 05, 06, like that was the most
Peak
popular
of
NASCAR's
NASCAR.
ever been.
right before the car tomorrow.
Yeah, and then they fucked it all away, which is unfortunate. But anyway, like monumental for this sport. Damn good movie. What was your point, Cody?
But some dude was like basically crying on Twitter about it, basically saying how the movie was terrible, it was awful, all it does is paint a bad picture for the sport. It makes us all look out to be like dumb rednecks, like we're stupid. It's like people that obviously don't understand parody, satire,
Yeah.
and have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it.
What?
Yes.
No.
Guy had a point.
No.
That was why I wanted to bring it up, because I remember Slap and I having this discussion years ago that Slap is on the side of, oh, fuck Talladega Nights. It's not funny. All it does is make NASCAR look stupid.
Yeah. Can this be the fucking
It's
the debate
laughing
this
at
week?
NASCAR, not with us.
Dude? I would rather people watch NASCAR and laugh at it than not laugh at all or not watch it at all. Like,
I think
It's
it laughs
funny.
with it. I think it's very self-aware.
it's not like these fucking dumbass rednecks. Like
There were two moments where I laughed out loud. One was I think it was a deleted scene where Jamie McMurray tells Ricky Bobby to go fuck himself.
Have you seen the Pack of Wild Dogs quote?
You've laughed out loud twice in that movie.
Yeah, and the other time was when they have that the final showdown between the French dude and Ricky Bobby, and they start flipping everything, and then Bill Weber and the NBC crew cut to commercial in the middle of the fucking wreck.
I think if you went back and watched that movie one more time with a slightly more open mind, I think you'd find that you would enjoy it.
I agree.
I can quote that movie.
I didn't think it was funny when I was
Rusty.
15.
All right, Rusty's shaking his head. Rusty, what do you got to say?
I didn't like it when it was released. Didn't think it was funny at all. Still think it's super cringe. I mean, there's parts that are good. Like it was the closing credits. It had some good outtakes and bits that made me pop. But for the most part, I thought it wasn't for me.
I know this isn't like how everyone's gonna look at it, but you can't necessarily look at it as like a NASCAR movie per se. It's a Will Ferrell comedy about NASCAR.
Dude,
like it's his signature Will Ferrell mid 2000s
string of movies
humor.
that were hilarious, and that one came out, and it's like, oh, well, and then he
Dude, that was like sandwiched like right in between like Anchorman and Step Brothers, which was like fucking iconic movies, and you had that one like right in the middle chronologically.
It's one of his most popular ones. Like I feel like when people talk about Will Ferrell, they talk about fucking Talladega
Ricky Bobby
Nights and Ricky Bobby. Like that is a known thing. And I'm not saying it's a like cinematic masterpiece or whatever. I'm not saying
it's just a funny,
like,
silly movie.
It's a funny movie, and it was good for the sport.
It's supposed to be goofy on purpose. Like,
you say it's good for the sport. It was all downhill after that.
Well, that's because they COT'd it. That is
like, did you watch Step Brothers and be like, "Oh, this is I didn't really find this funny. Like, this isn't how like all families should be. Like, this paints like stereotype of how families should be."
I don't think anyone would watch Talladega Nights and be like, "I want to avoid NASCAR."
About a brand.
I don't know why we're nitpicking on like which comedies we take seriously though. That's what I don't understand. It was a comedy. It was obviously like intended
about the
as being
lifestyle,
stupid and silly, like all Will Ferrell comedies are.
Yeah, like it's not. I don't know.
People pointed and laughed.
Like, oh yeah,
NASCAR never got to that height of popularity ever again.
Okay,
we're gonna blame we're gonna blame Talladega Nights instead of like the Car Tomorrow and the Chase and.
Yeah, release the Talladega Nights killed NASCAR.
It was no one singular thing. It was a cavalcade of different things that led to NASCAR's demise, and this did not help.
And apparently Talladega Nights as well.
I wouldn't say that. I mean,
my God.
You gotta look. One of my favorite comedy movies, Walk Hard, was fucking making fun of Johnny Cash and the Johnny Cash movie. And that was decent, and that didn't deter anything from Johnny Cash at all.
Light them up in the comments. All right, we're moving on.
If you like Talladega Nights, you're wrong.
Shut up, Slap.
You're outnumbered in this one.
Putting you in the jar.
If nobody else got me, I know Rusty's got me. I guess.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, fucking Boomer City over there.
Yeah, confirmed Finster fan Rusty. It's got
the old people don't have a sense of humor. Who would have guessed?
Cody, you're as old as I am. Shut the fuck up.
Nah, you got a few years on me. I'm getting up there, but you're like 30.
Shout out to the musical masterpiece that is the fan mail theme song that we all just talked over.
Hey, if you enjoyed Talladega Nights, send us an email, ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com, or if you have other things you want us to read on the show, questions, comments, concerns, or funny things. Or,
okay, am I the only one doing it? Fuck. All right, fuck
I was pointing.
I did it.
ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. Thanks.
Glad we had that debate. That was fun.
All right. I will say I forgot to read 2 emails last week. That's my bad. I'll try to get to everything, but I skipped a few. But yeah,
this won't happen next week, Shrimp Hours viewers. I promise.
Because we won't be here next week.
Matthew Hall wrote in and he says, "Hey Shrimps, since you guys were talking music in last week's episode, I guess 2 weeks ago, what genres you guys like? I used to like mid-90s to mid-2010s country, but switched to 70s and 80s rock a couple years ago because I don't like the way that current country is now basically pop. Also, congrats on launching Shrimp Hub and the merch. Got some stickers on the way. We actually looked at those in another email to put on his truck. Big fan, Matt. Thanks, Matt. What do y'all listen to? Go around the table. Cody, what do we listen to? What is the genre of choice?
I mean, my main spectrum, if you were to sum it up, is basically Rush, basically any kind of metal and everything in between. But I'll jam out to like anything that takes like an instrument to play, like even if it's country, even if it's fucking jazz. I mean,
But if it's acapella, no way.
No, I mean, I like going and watching live music. I mean, even if it's a genre I'm not necessarily into, if I go and watch in person, it's like, oh shit, that dude's kind of jamming. I like watching people play instruments.
Yeah, I just like the way he said any music that takes an instrument to play.
I mean, as opposed to like, hey, I'm like putting my iPod into the fucking computer and I'm pressing fucking play and watching these kids on fucking Molly fucking jump around. Like, you know the music I'm talking about.
I do. Ben, what do we got?
Thank you.
I'm also in every category as well. My main one is probably Van Halen since I was a kid. But nowadays it's anywhere from, like I said, Fantomas, Mr. Bungle, to if you want to listen to folk music and go early Johnny Cash, or latest stuff like First
Johnny
Aid
Cash,
Kit.
I love Johnny Cash.
You can go, I don't know, everywhere. I'll listen to anything. Kraftwerk, Devo.
Dude, first time I ever listened to Mr. Bungle, Goodbye Sober Day, was like an out of body experience.
Yes. Dude, anything that Mike Patton makes is just gold.
I was incredibly old. Thanks, Ben. I'm judging everyone, by the way. Not that I have like great taste or anything, because I grew up in like the EDM like dubstep era, like in the age when like you first start getting into music in like middle school. That's when like dubstep was a thing. So I spent
Skrillex did you
I spent like
listen to?
middle school listening to Skrillex and Knife Party and fucking Monster Cat.
Oh my god.
And then in like high school I started just like getting way into fucking like indie rock and alternative shit, and now that's just what I do. I literally just like, I used to get so like cute with playlists. I'd spend like hours on end like making cute little playlists, and now I'm just like, I just hit the like YouTube Music like For You button. It just gives me like 100 songs, like 80 of which I'll like. I'm just happy with it.
Simple man.
All right, Rusty, how about you?
Simple man.
I got two genres, just tons of rap and tons of K-pop.
Bubble pop.
Lincoln Park, sir.
Yeah, lots of Linkin Park.
Tons of K-pop.
Caleb.
Linkin Park is the K-pop of heavy metal.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Dude, holy shit, that's accurate.
That's a pretty good statement.
That is accurate as shit. Holy fuck. As he takes his swig.
Of the massive beer. Jesus Christ.
That is a big boy.
He was making Yingling earlier.
This is the big one, that 25 ounces.
25 or not a 24, not a 32, but a 25.
All right,
Love
Caleb,
to
how
see
about
it.
you?
Well, I'm pissed because they stole my bit. I was just gonna say exclusively Linkin Park just to piss them off.
Isn't that a little bit before your time, youngin?
Shut up. I unfortunately was not exactly the same time bubble that DT was talking about, but my early middle school days were filled with a bunch of like electronic music and shit, like Minecraft YouTuber era, like electronic music. Like, it was tough.
Like Martin Garrix.
Yes, yeah,
Captain
he was one of them.
Sparkles.
Well, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying, but yeah. I've also done that same shift to like indie music, where it's kind of my main now. Where like I'm a big like Phoebe Bridgers is one of my main artists. Big fan. Let me see, like Peach Pit, also big fan. I can look through one of my playlists. Just like that, like 2010s indie music, like alternative stuff it's my jam.
Oh yeah. What?
My mom was like a total metalhead when she was, about 20 years old. And so she went and actually saw Judas Priest and like high-five Rob Halford.
Hell yeah.
And when he was playing at the Greenville Municipal Stadium back in the day.
Then they made a baby.
Rob Halford's gay as fuck and nobody knew it at the time. But that's why that by the way, that's why all those metalheads and everything wear like the leather and all that BDSM gear, because Rob Halford took it out of the gay shops and was just wearing it on stage, and everybody's like, dude, that's hard as fuck. Yeah. And they didn't realize that was like a bunch of like underground gay stuff he was wearing, like the leather caps and straps and all that shit.
That's funny.
But yeah, my mom had like all these Judas Priest LPs and everything. Had a record player. I listened to Sad Wings of Destiny while I was sitting there playing the Pokemon Yellow version. She had a Yes album. I think it was like Greatest Hits or something. And I was just listening to Starship Trooper just on like repeat over and over.
Roundabout.
Yeah, Roundabout, America. Yeah, that was the good shit, man.
Don't you like Megadeth too?
Yeah, she had Megadeth, and she did a lot of Slayer. Slayer's first album, Show No Mercy, was like speed metal, and then like the very next album, Haunting the Chapel, is like straight thrash metal, is this massive shift for them. And
remember when Slayer was gonna be on like a Ryan Seed car or something, and they got
it was JJ Yaley at Bristol.
Yeah, it was a Rick Ware car, and then
oh,
they changed it to
car.
yeah, they changed it to the Pod Storage Company, and I watched
they got,
it
like,
race in person.
disallowed or something.
Yeah, because NASCAR was like, oh, we can't have satanic sponsors or something.
Oh
like
my
that.
god.
It's stupid.
That old
Yeah.
They had
line.
Kiss on the car for Sterling Marlin.
NASCAR's
Mad
dumb.
about satanic bands.
But anyway, it was like that, and it was like all grunge, because I remember the local rock station always played grunge throughout the 90s through the 2000s. I mean, it was like Nirvana, Alice in Chains. I even like did some deep dives. I found like Love Battery, Screaming Trees, some of these bands that sound like complete ripoffs of the Smiths from the 80s. But I fell in love with all that type of stuff, and now it's just like all of that and vaporwave. Like I've really like fallen down the vaporwave rabbit hole hard. If you listen to some of my music on my YouTube channel, you've definitely caught a few songs where you're just like, aha, I know that. Home.
That plays Home. Yeah,
Saint Pepsi, like all the good guys.
I guess I didn't shout any exact bands, but one of my like 2 fave bands from around here called Dizzy, they're dropping their second album, which is they're just calling it their artist name, which means it's a big deal. It comes out like mid-August, so excited for that. That was a very good email. Thank you, Matt. Sorry for not reading that last week. To continue the music trend, Harley Payne sent one in that I've read on my own and then forgot to talk about on the podcast. With the subject line, "Speak now, more like who cares?" Dear Shrimp, I'm writing this on the day Taylor Swift is releasing her re-recorded version of Speak Now. Gotta say, I don't get the hype. I don't know how people can stand to listen to someone sing "Woe is me, I keep breaking up with guys" for 15 fucking years.
Damn.
Furthermore, I'm a diehard John Mayer fan, and it pisses me off how many NPC music consumers insist on slandering a generational guitar talent because of a relationship between consenting adults that lasted 3 months 15 years ago. Sure, she's a great entertainer, but I wish people would stop treating her like the second coming of Jesus. Do you have any music hot takes? Later, skaters, and he has attached an image.
I got one.
Jesus Christ.
Caleb's never outrunning these allegations.
Oh my God.
I'll start with a fairly hot take. The Beatles are the most overrated band in
That's
music
not a hot
history.
take.
I don't think that's a hot take.
No, dude, that's
anytime
normal.
I've ever told that to someone, they're like, "Oh my God, shut up!" Like they changed like music
No, that's an
history. Like,
MP.
they revolutionized like America. Like
Were most of their songs fucking covers?
Yeah, it's an
A lot of them
NPC
are.
take.
all right,
I don't know.
I'll think of a
it's just
different
such a
one. Then. You guys go
classic,
then.
like,
if that
the
opinion-
Megadeth
Megadeth is
version.
infinitely better than Metallica.
I'd agree with that.
All right.
Talent wise, yes. Songwriting wise, Metallica, they're just great songwriters. That's why they got like commercially popular.
We need some real hot takes, and I got one right here. The greatest band of all time is Linkin Park.
Jesus Christ.
I tried so hard.
All right. Next email. Now we're getting into the stuff actually from
Really?
this week.
No one else.
I think he's moving us on.
No,
I think he's
we're
just
all
big
mid.
dicking
We've
us.
established that.
Caleb fucked it. Carl writes in. Hi Shrimps. Longer one this time. Sorry. I accept your apology. This is fun part. I just got back from attending the Saturday Xfinity and Whelen Modified doubleheader in New Hampshire. I brought my coworker and my little brother along. I successfully turned my little brother into a Ryan Vargas fan. Heck yeah. Into Ryan Vargas fan #1, supposedly. Because I was rooting for him after the MBM car I normally root for. Yes, I'm an MBM fan. It's a long story. Shut up. That's unfortunate. After the MBM car DNF'd. And #2 because red Lightning McQueen looking car go brr. I guess that's the Sheldon Creed thing. New Hampshire doesn't have many animals. Despite the motto "Live free or die," the influx of relatively tame Quebecois racing fans dilute the crazies. I guess I never thought about that. There's probably a lot of Quebecers that drive down to friggin' New Hampshire, which is probably why they race Pinties there.
A lot of Quebecers over in Watkins Glen too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Quebecers love their racing.
They even do the Canadian national anthem before they do the American one.
New Hampshire does continue the New England tradition of it's the end of the race, so instead of dumping excess liquid in the grass, animals just dump their stuff in place in the stands and have all the liquid seep through the metal stands and fall 50 feet onto the heads of whoever's below. This happens literally everywhere in New England, especially at Fenway Park. I don't know how widespread nationwide this practice is, but it's certainly animalistic. P.S. It's always a good day of racing when you get to watch Kyle Busch eat shit in the turn one. Amen.
Mm.
What's worse, dumping it in the stands or dumping it in the trash can?
Yeah, the garbage soup or the garbage shower. Literally
just carry your friggin' coolers and dump it when you find grass. It's not hard. Or just a plant or something.
Nah,
or
under
drainage grate. Those are all over the fucking place.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some animals.
Dude, speaking of that real quick, I thought of a story. A few weeks ago, I had my cooler up on the back of the stands where I was shooting. And there's this back area where, like, no one should be walking. Like, it was, like, between these two bathrooms. It was, like, taped off. Like, no one should be walking there. And I look, it's like, all right, no one's there. I, like, start emptying my, I start pouring the water over so I don't have a heavy as shit cooler I got to carry down. And then this dude, like, just not looking where he's going in this area where he's not supposed to be, just walks right into this fucking stream of water that's clearly been established for, like, 20 seconds. Then he, like, gets hit by the water, looks up, all angrily at me. It's like, dude, what the fuck? It's like, you weren't looking where you're going. You're not supposed to be there. I had started pouring when no one was clearly there, and you just walked the fuck into it, and then you're getting angry at me. Like,
that was like, you got what he deserved.
How's that work out? Anyway, yeah, that reminded me of that story that I think I forgot to tell at the time. Carry on.
That's just payback for people spitting on your car.
Yeah.
Lane wrote in. That's a Lane. He says, "Hello, Shrips. I crawled out of my cheese cave in Missouri and took a boys' trip to the cornfields of Ohio last weekend and ran into a familiar face at the King's Royal." And he sent in a picture.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shit.
We found Travis.
No.
I have no idea how many drinks deep Travis was in. But,
a lot.
I gotta talk to him because I don't think I've touched base since his hell of a weekend at the
I'm sure
King's
he has
Royal.
tons of Animal Planet.
You guys should bring him in next week. Caleb, what's your job? Figure it out.
We're on it.
Also brought home a Buckers of my own as our honorary trip mascot. He may or may not have beer stains from shotguns in the hotel room.
Beer on the ceiling, part 2.
Sounds based.
Beer Buckers.
Now, it's not a proper Shrimp Hours email without an Eldora Speedway bathroom review. As proper
multiple.
bathroom connoisseurs like yourselves, these bathrooms are surely nothing to write home about. Due to privacy reasons, I couldn't get more than just one photo. That's fair. Don't be weird.
Yeah, I never take pictures.
I appreciate you not just
empty bathroom.
Walking in the bathroom in the middle of a race event.
It hasn't stopped some of us.
Just a disclaimer, anytime I've taken pics of bathrooms in the past, it's like always right when I get there, like it place is empty.
Yeah, when
I'm
nobody's
basically
at the
only
track.
one there, yeah.
He says the sinks only ran hot water. Apparently this was over multiple days.
Good.
The stall doors are shorter than my 5'9" head ass, and the toilets themselves look like they still belong in the 20th century. And he's included a picture. It actually doesn't look that bad.
That's not that bad.
No,
It does.
I'm not touching my
Once it's
cheeks
clean-
to it, but
most of
I'm
that
hoping
dirt you
that's
see is
mud
like
down there on the ground.
no,
that's
that's
just
tons
people
of shit.
yeah,
walking
that's
on
just
dirt.
people's shoes from the dirt. Like if you clean that up and like give it a good hosing, like that's actually pretty decent. Dirt
I don't mind that.
track.
That's a passable toilet.
No, that was very proficient.
Cody likes good hose.
Yeah, sorry for invalidating your bathroom experience.
For as highly a proclaimed venue that Eldora is, my home track and I-70 puts their bathrooms to shame.
The concessions are base though.
Because I-70 like rebuilt everything.
I-70 Motorsports Park.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go there this Sunday and they fucking rained out again. I'm so pissed because that place looks like such a nice facility. And then that's why I had to drive home all the way fucking on Sunday. So I was supposed to be shooting Sunday night for the MLRA. That's like, nope, we just got fucking a torrential storm just come through and devastate the area. Not devastate, just lots of rain.
He says
climate change.
From what I heard and witnessed on the campgrounds throughout my time there, pissing and shitting can happen pretty much anywhere that isn't a bathroom. So bathroom renovations don't seem to be on the top of their priorities list. Still up in Pennsylvania for the 50,000 Dawn Memorial Silver Cup Tuesday when I'm writing this, so I'll report back next week on what their bathrooms are like. But long-winded email aside, much love, Shrimps. Y'all take it easy. Thank you, Lane. That was a very comprehensive fan mail. All right, our good friend from down under, Andrew R, has written back in. He says, "Evening all y'all. He's provided a remix of We Will Rock You, talking about hating the race for the chase. He thinks it's a disgrace.
Is Andrew R about to be retired?
And he's listed a list of everyone who are best of the rest, people who didn't make the playoffs, of which Ryan Newman is apparently a 2-time champion, as is Kyle Busch. Anyway, who do you think is going to be the first dude who doesn't make the playoffs? Looking like Bubba Allmendinger or Ty Gibbs?
Yeah, Cody, who do you think?
Yeah.
Possibly Cindric, Bowman, or Elliott.
First who doesn't make the playoffs, like it's a confusing.
Whoever
question.
finishes 17th in points.
Yeah.
Like whoever doesn't make the playoffs
and
does the best of the people who don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, Cody has a strong opinion on this one.
Apparently it was Truex last year and Dylan the year before and Eric Jones in 2020.
I thought his camera froze up there for a second, like Ben. I was like, oh, he's dead too.
I was just waiting for someone else to talk.
No, we're waiting on your answer. I'm ready to hear.
Honestly, I was thinking Allmendinger, because hasn't he had like a bunch of fucking good runs this year? Isn't he high up in the points?
Yeah, but he's gonna win Indy road cars.
That is true.
Will he? That's a good point. Yeah, we do have that coming up. Yeah, it's not guaranteed. I know he's strong there, but it's not guaranteed.
He's gonna win it, so.
I predicted the future a few times on this podcast.
All right, well, that's my answer.
Remember when that was a segment? That sucked.
Predict the future. Yeah. Bad.
Andrew R has also sent in strike mail.
I can predict the future.
To which he's included a remix of "Oh Christmas Tree," talking about the rich scum slowly dying. I'm not going to sing that, but thank you for that.
What?
Based.
It is based. Rusty Broussard wrote back in. He says, "Hey Shrimps, it's Rusty again. And as mentioned the last time I sent you guys fan mail, I went to the Cup race in New Hampshire, and I was also able to secure a tent site. And I also went to SRX at Stafford this past Thursday, and I have an Animal Planet report for y'all. It was pouring when my father and I were leaving, and there was a traffic jam of fellow race fans. So the animal is a tie between Mother Nature and the race fans. All right.
These things happen.
Also, I got to meet Kenny Wallace, Bob Pockers, and Danny B. Talks. It's a great list of dudes.
Yeah.
It is a list.
All-star
all right,
list.
I got two more
love
emails.
Kenny so much. If you're not following Kenny Wallace's Twitter, go do so.
Yeah, it's a good time to follow him back.
Such good content.
Yeah, I do like me some Kenny, and I think I talked about this in the podcast before. But having grown up playing NASCAR 2007, I always thought Kenny Wallace was like good, but he's funny, so that's even better. Shlomo writes in, "Hey Shrimps, how we doing? It's Shlomo. I don't have any church accounts of Shrimps to share this week, but I do have a racetrack bathroom story. Wow."
Tons of bathroom
I was at the
stories
Stafford SRX race. Oh, we got another email from Stafford.
Damn.
Shout
We
out.
got tons of shrimp watchers at these races.
I remember
They didn't even know it.
the first 2 years they had a shit ton of porta potties near the entrance, like 15 of them. But this year they took out a bunch of them, so there are only a few in the whole facility. During the halfway break, I had to piss, so I was looking for a porta potty, but every single one had a long ass line. So I decided to get in line for the actual indoor bathrooms they had, and my god, it was a sight to see. When you get into the bathroom, all you see is 5 guys with their shrimps out with a long ass bench just unleashing. And for some reason, the line went into the bathroom instead of waiting outside. So there's just 7 dudes waiting in the bathroom with 30 more just behind them staring at dudes pissing.
Just washing shrimps.
So I waited for a stall, and the doors don't close. And once I got in one, I couldn't go anymore, so I just left. Damn.
You got shy shrimp. You couldn't do it.
Too many dudes shrimps out. The only animal I really saw from the race was this dude who, when the rain came and everyone was trying to leave, he got into a fight with cops. So that was fun.
Based.
And he says, I also saw these 2 characters, true Americans, and he sent in a picture. That's a guy in a Civil War outfit and a guy in a Dale jacket.
Revolutionary War outfit.
Is that guy saluting or what is he doing?
I think he's adjusting his hat.
Scratching his hat.
Oh,
hat.
It's just well timed.
But they say just like saluting the random idiot in the tricorn hat.
He says, also, I hung up the Shrimp Hours poster. Now my room is complete and I can pray to it every morning.
Hell yeah.
And has attached a photo of the Shrimp Hours season 1 poster.
Dude, our merch is spreading like
wildfire.
Like the Canadian wildfire.
Racing a 919 in Assetto Corsa while watching me complain about paint schemes on the podcast and the other screens. That was based.
Base slow-mo.
Thank you, base slow-mo. All right, last email. Jack Farmer writes in, Caleb's biggest fan.
Oh, God.
Says, I got my hoodie. Very comfy. Thanks, DT, for making a white option. No problem. I like me some light hoodies. But also, sorry, DT, the Blaney timeline is dead. Listening to Shrimp Hours 52 as I write this. And he sent in some pictures with the hoodie.
Oh, shout out.
Oh, yeah.
With the friggin' shrimp hub on the arm.
Dude, I love the arm.
Yeah, it looks great.
Designs that add so much to like the shirts when you got the design.
Yeah,
I love that.
Even has a little like shrimp hub cool in the back.
That's sick, dude.
Thank you for supporting the podcast.
Oh yeah, I've never seen this before. He also sent a picture of William Byron's paint scheme. It's changed.
Byron.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. I don't know if they're cheating or they had to squeeze a sponsor in there, but look under the Raptor logo.
Yep.
Cheating.
Trouble.
That's spicy.
Good eyes.
Wow. Well spotted, Jack. It also says, what's the worst race you've seen in person?
2018 Coke 600.
2021 Daytona 500.
Damn.
I'm going to be honest. I saw a race so boring that I forgot to talk about on the podcast because it was literally this week. Damn. The Pinty Street race sucked this year. It's just
I thought you said it was based.
Dude, it's been a banger, and I brought my friends out to this race.
Oh no.
I've taken them to like CTMP before, but I was like, yo, come on out, cool Pinty's race, street race, it's gonna be cool. And then
at least
like
it was free.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I can't even be pissed because it was literally free. But yeah, some dude just like blew his engine on lap 5, and it took them like 4 laps to push him back to the pits, and then they did their like actual pit cycle, and then they got racing again, and then someone else's engine broke, and then they had to push him back around, and it was just like finally they got a green flag run, and the guy in first place just kind of drove away. It did get pretty exciting when a lap car was just being brain dead, and like, I mean, there's not a lot of places to go on a street circuit, but the leader caught behind him and like started to make a move, and the lap car was like, oh, I'm gonna get out of his way, and just blocked the leader, and then got run over, and then like the third place guy like almost wrecked trying to get around him, and it like stacked the top 3 up, and they got really close for like the last 2 laps. The top 3 were like almost bumper to bumper, but they just like nothing really happened, and they couldn't really like even get close enough to push on the last lap, so it was kind of a limp shrimp race. So I'm gonna put that down. Actually, the IndyCar race I saw there was worse because there was literally like no passes, but that was a few years ago. The one this year apparently was like not horrible. I went to the wrong one this year, my bad. That's all I've got.
Speaking of IndyCar, I think The only one I could think of was my first IndyCar race, Road America 2018. 45 laps, green the entire way, little passing. Joseph Newgarden led every single lap. And literally the most exciting thing that happened was on the first lap when they were all like kind of bunched up. I think Rossi like doored Wickens or vice versa going up into turn 6 and like kind of sent him off the track a little bit. And that was literally the most exciting thing the entire race. Was just a little bit of contact on the first lap.
Dude,
and they kept it going.
IndyCar Toronto race I saw in like 2019. I like literally the only thing I remember is that Pagenaud led every single lap. I don't think there was one exciting moment from that race.
Yeah.
These things happen.
Like genuinely, I think one dude packed it into a tire barrier at one point. That was it.
We never had a caution.
For all the shit I talk about the next gen car, I am very thankful that they fixed the intermediates, because I remember walking out of it was the Coke 600 the year Kyle Busch led like every single fucking lap. The year after Truex led every single fucking lap.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm like never coming back here, and I might kill myself if I get forced back. So shout out to the next gen car. I'm interested. I'm gonna force him into it. Rusty, what's your worst race you've ever watched?
I almost might know his answer.
I know his answer.
Okay, let me hear your guesses first before.
My guess is Kansas fall 2020, where Harvick was trying to pass Joey and just couldn't in the dirty air.
I was gonna say any race that's ever happened with the next gen car.
Didn't you and Slap go to some horrible Coke 600?
Oh, I had a great time. That was a.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, when Larson was there, but that was like, I don't know how to describe that race. It was like the first race that was like full capacity post COVID. So like the energy there was electric. Everybody's like packed in shoulder to shoulder, and like even though Kyle Larson like led all the laps and there wasn't a whole lot of like good battles, it was just, you know, the race went by quick and everybody was just like stoked to be there.
Was that 21 or 22?
21.
There are those races where there's such a different vibe, like being there versus watching it like on TV, like Road America. Like everyone talked about how boring of races they are, but just the vibe there at the track, they're all just so good. And
that 2021 race, just watching like Matt DiBenedetto and Kyle Busch go side by side through the kink for the lead, I was just like, holy fucking shit, let's go,
dude! I saw you talking about that on a previous podcast, and that was giving me nostalgia. Like if I can bring that clip up real quickly, if you guys go on to talk about the rest of your horse,
and then Darian and Jarrett are there. They're just like, oh, dude, why are you losing your shit every time they go through the kink side by side? I was like, you don't realize how many people ate shit there yesterday.
Yeah. Kyle Busch.
Now you've had
Kyle
to commemorate
Busch is
it.
one of them.
Dude, I have a
kink
koozie at some point, someplace. What is everyone else's worst races? Rusty,
Ben, what's the worst one you've seen?
Mine
actually, wait.
Yeah, Rusty never gave us actual answer.
We never got Rusty's answer. Hold on.
I went to the Brickyard for the second time in my life in 2006. And I told myself I was never going to go back to that track after that race. That's how frustrated I was with that experience. I've since been converted. I also had another experience a few years later at Daytona. I believe it was 2013. The year
500?
I was at that race. Jesus Christ.
God.
My driver wrecked out. I think it was 30, 40 laps in, and you spend all that money time to get down there, and he wrecks early, and you're on a certain watch list, and then they just go single file. Nobody tries to win, and Jimmy Johnson wins. And I told myself I was never going back to Daytona.
Dude, dude, I remember that race. I was like, Mark Martin was just sitting in third the whole fucking time around. If those cars had just a little bit more suck to them, like Dale Jr. would have tried to go high. Jimmy Johnson would have gone up to block. Mark Martin goes by both of them, and he fucking wins in his swan song season. That would have been fucking base as hell. But no, we can't have it because the Gen 6 car fucking sucks in 2013.
Yeah. Okay, I don't want to age you here, Rusty, but I was also at the 2013 Daytona 500. Was sitting right where it was the day before where Larson flipped into the fence. Like I was sitting right
That was
there.
A great race. Great race.
Oh yeah, I love that race. So actually, right where Regan Smith gets turned into the outside wall, it's exactly where I was sitting for that one. But yeah, the next day we were sitting right there, and I was 11 years old at that race. And I remember absolutely nothing except Jimmy Johnson doing his burnouts and being pissed because me and my dad fucking hate Jimmy Johnson. We were so angry, especially because Matt Kenseth, my dad's boy, or one of my dad's boys, had won the year prior, and we had to leave early because Montoya smacked the jet dryer.
Oh yeah, these things happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ben. Finally, I'm sorry.
It was either 2010 or 2011 Dover. Jeff
Ooh.
Gordon just
Ben
sucked. It was like 20th the entire time, and then it just was green the entire time, and it was just awful.
Damn.
That's typical Dover race, though. It's like
Never
ends with like
American.
12 people on the lead lap.
Oh, what is this?
This is what Slap was just talking about Road America.
Oh, it's the kink.
So yeah, you don't really have any speakers. You can't really hear
it.
what the PA's saying. There's no video board, so you're basically just left.
Yeah, it's old school. You just wait for guys to go by.
So like this is the first lap after a restart.
Oh shit, they're fucking zooming.
Matty D, the 21. So then like
Is this pre-McDowell pool water or post? I'm not sure.
I have no
It's
idea.
post McDowell pool water.
So yeah, we have no idea like who's actually in the lead until like come back around the next lap.
That's pretty cool.
And it can't really hear them, or you can't really see anything. It's like, oh yep,
You just hear him growl through the forest.
yeah. Dude, you hear Slap? Slap was like, yeah. You hear Slap in the background when you see Matt's in the lead.
He loves it. Slappy loves it.
Look what they took away from
your
us.
audio in.
That's because you can't do it with Discord.
No.
You'd hear all of us double.
It's all right.
Oh,
we
that was
lost.
sick.
There we go. Oh, there's Ben. All right. Well, that was our 1 year anniversary podcast, and we're never gonna do another one. So
Nope, dead.
hope you enjoyed it.
It's Jover.
What the heck do we call this?
Finster's a Tony Stewart man.
God.
Or do we stick to the bit and go DMZ pizza party?
I don't know. We just used the pizza party.
Searching for pizza at the DMZ.
Yeah.
The pizza
Or like
party's run its
Korean
course.
Domino's.
Korean Domino's cursed pizza.
I do like just Korean Domino's.
yeah, the elegant simplicity of Korean Domino's.
All right. All right.
Dare you.
Korean Domino's at the DMZ.
I like that.
The
at the
DMZ
DMZ.
Domino's.
DMZ
Alright.
Domino's is pretty sick.
Domino's at
Yeah, DMZ Dom.
Yeah.
Domino's at the DMZ. I'm down.
All right. It's done. It's in.
DMZ
Slaps
Domino's
down his
rolls off
freaking
the tongue.
25-ounce Modelo.
It's Jover.
Where's the boot?
The boot has been retired.
If I never make it back,
Yeah, what
Let
if
it
you
be
die in
known.
Iowa?
then I hated you all.
It's
Bury him in
Jover.
the
I never actually liked doing this.
Bury him in the cornfield.
like in the movie Casino.
Children of the Corn.
I'll live up to my name. All right, bye.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Noop.
Wait, 2 weeks?
You?
Oh.